YouTube, what is going on? Is your boy Above Average Cody coming at you with part 2 of our Halo World Championship 2022 gameplay analysis. Now we are in the grand final reset. If you caught part 1, guys, obviously we went over maps 1 through 5 prior to the reset where Cloud9 actually forced Optic Gaming to even get the bracket 2 reset. So if you caught that one, guys, you know the drill. Every map is timestamped down in the description if you want to jump around. If you missed part 1, it'll also be in the description down below right by the timestamps. But all right, guys, we're going to dive right into the gameplay here. Non-stop gameplay, going to get through this as quickly as possible, give you guys some tips. We're going to analyze the gameplay to hopefully help you guys improve your own gameplay. All right, guys, map 1 of the reset. We start off with Recharge Oddball. This was a very interesting one. Optic wins the first round, and then they actually have to stop the match in round 2 because of technical difficulties or something like that on the Cloud9 side. So they have the setup and things like that, so they end up giving them 12 points. But we'll talk about that when we get to it. Let's dive in here on how each team chooses to start with it. Cloud9 chooses to fly the C plat side and through control because that's just a really good way to get control over camo. Downside is 2 of them do go down. So you see Penguin kind of just hiding and lying in wait, puts in some damage trying to help Stellar, but Stellar is more than dead there. Optic's very much trying to come out hot here because Cloud9 had them on the back foot basically all of the first 5 maps prior to the bracket reset, and that's really why Optic lost. Lucid and Trippy had a very ice cold the first half of the series. So Optic, they regained. They're trying to get out hot. They're trying to start fast, and they're just trying to pick up kills, really. Unfortunately, Lucid goes down there to Penguin, so Penguin's kind of just living here. They don't really have a great setup, but they're getting ball time. They have Bound covering Whirlpool's side, and they have Penguin watching over him there. So it ends up being a decent setup. Maybe not exactly what they wanted, but they're just sponging whatever ball time they can. And Cloud9 actually ends up going up quite a bit here with this hold. Bound does, however, go down there in pipes. Stellar goes down to Lucid. And Optic is able to break in now to get some time. But I don't believe their hold lasts long because, like I said, Cloud9 does end up going up quite a bit in this round 1, despite Optic ending up winning it. Trippy holding this. Similar setup we saw what Cloud9 just had, but they do have 2 people covering the Whirlpool side, which works out pretty good since Trippy's able to trade out the 2 that Lucid was not able to pick up. And then Formal, you'll see this quite often in this oddball game. He's just last alive. He was kind of like the anchor guy just doing some frying, so he's going to run over and pick up the ball. He's going to try to get away with it and soak a few seconds, but he just can't quite get away. He gets clipped there. So now Optic's going to regain. They're just going to try to pick up a kill or 2 to keep things even until Formal spawns up, and they're going to try to push in. Obviously, Cloud9, they're going to try to pick up the ball. Nothing really crazy here. Obviously, they're going for the pipes hold just because that's where the ball is spawning. And only in unique situations are you going to rotate it out of there. Obviously, 2 very good teams are going to try to win the gunfights. So it's basically just hold the ball. The other team tries to break. They break it. Other team has to break now, and it just kind of goes like that. Formal misses. Well, he doesn't miss the grapple. He does hit the grapple on the shock there, but he gets taken down. Trippy takes out Bound and is able to secure the camo, and he rats it right around very well. Very unfortunate, though. He gets clipped by a nade. Huge heads-up play by Stellar, guys. When you're playing on Recharge, do not be afraid to anticipate where camo's going. Obviously, you should always anticipate where your enemy is, but if you see camo move a certain way, guys, do not be afraid to throw that grenade, because, like, right there, that grenade could have missed, but it didn't. So, like, it's only crazy if, you throw it on the other side of the map, or you don't throw the grenade at all and get killed, so... Bound a fantastic kill there on Trippy, just holding top glass, and Stellar's kind of pinning them back control right now. Stellar kind of just there to apply pressure, not really over near the team helping, but he doesn't have to be. He's able to just rat around, and he's just there to slow Optic. Now that Stellar goes down, Bound is going to push out and try to slow them down. So this is a much more aggressive way to play oddball. They're kind of switching it up because they're up a lot right now. So they're going to keep the aggression, and they're going to keep pushing out, and that is when it allows Eco to rotate out. Luckily, Optic, very intelligent team. They saw what they were trying to do, and they were able to push out and take him down before they gained that extra time. But again, they are up 82 to 25 right now, so they did a substantial amount of damage on the scoreboard. But again, guys, like... They were just sending one person out, slowing them down. Okay, next person goes out, slows them down enough for that first one to respawn, and then as the spawners start to go down, you just rotate towards where you're spawning, and again, that's what gained Cloud9 that 20-30 seconds. Formal being the human UAV and also the human turret at the same time, putting in great damage, great kills there. Eco able to run in and grab that shock rifle, but Optic still farming the time in pipes. Now, again, Optic has to be very careful because they are down big in this oddball round, and they do not want to risk giving Cloud9 any time. So right now, they're very much just trying to hold pipes. APG, massive repulsor there on Eco. Trippy just sponging the time. As you can see, they're right back in this. They're only down 20 now. So it's questionable whether Cloud9 getting pushy like that worked out, but it's kind of like as you get closer to the win, that's when you can play a little more aggressive. But Optic being down, they're going for more of the regular pipes hold there. Ball ends up getting played down to pit just because everybody wants to stop the bleeding. So they're going to throw it out in the open, and it's going to turn to a bit of a slug match. Eco able to rotate it out to back turbine here on C plat. Stellar winning a couple gunfights there. And then they're just going to try to hold back C here. However, Optic is very much in the area, their presence being felt. Eco able to pick up a kill. He's going to try to grab the ball, but he sees the pressure is still there. Able to get that kill there, but Trippy, as you can see, grabs the ball and rats it away. That's just a big heads-up play by Trippy as an individual because, again, guys, they're down in this game still. They see Cloud9 wants to have the hold back turbine there. So they're just going to sneak in, grab it, and now look who has the hold back turbine. It is Optic. They're about to change the lead over, and now C9 has to hurry because this is a big hold for them. And Optic in a perfectly cushy spot because all they have to do is play it. Formal, again, very much playing lone man. That's why he's last alive a lot in oddball. C9 brings enough pressure where Optic has to play it, and now C9 is going to try to just fry over this ball. They are up 1 second. Penguin, unfortunately, goes down. Just a massive veteran gunfight by Formal right there. Eco getting chased out. Down. Stellar trying to live up. Gets the kill on APG. And again, guys, here's the slug match I said was coming. They're both just going to fry over ball. But again, C9 in a slight little bit of a better spot because they're up 1. They just secured the active. And now they're very much calm, collected, and they're just going to play this slow and just ensure that Optic doesn't really get any good ball time. Still 2 minutes left on the match, though. Bound's going to push Lucid here because he has first bullets and everything. He also has a repulsor in his pocket. Lucid intelligently tries to get away, puts in some good damage. But Stellar's there to trade him out, so while he regens. Camo's going to run out as Bound starts to move up here. Penguin is going to rotate it out because he sees where the Optic spawners are going to be coming in. So he's going to take it right over to back C. That was a heads-up play to jump up top there as well, guys. He did that so that he doesn't just get shot in the back from Optic, spawning up batteries. However, Optic, just great shots, great kills there, and then, again, Cloud9 only needed 10, Optic only needed about 14, and they're just going to hold this back here, and it should be an easy hold right here. 5 seconds. Trippy just looking around, making sure he doesn't get caught in a dumb spot, and then an easy 100 for Optic to win that first round of oddball. And again, guys, into the second round, they do end up having technical difficulties right in here, but we're going to show what Optic was kind of trying to do. So they're going to go off the camo, obviously, on the opposite side now. Going to fly in control. He sees Bound, very intelligently going to back up, but they're calling him out. They know he's down back there, so his teammates are going to have to step up big. He does go down. However, everybody kind of just watching over camo still. Nobody's grabbed it. Nobody's got the upper hand. Stellar tries to get away with the ball, but he's taken down. Lucid able to secure the camo. Optic securing camos ends up being very big. He gets a massive stick there on Penguin. Just unfortunate Penguin walked out in front of that. 2 down now by Lucid. Stellar gets 1. It's 2-2 up right now. Nobody's getting ball time. It's 1-0. Cloud9 on the time. Trades just coming around. Everybody waiting for the right time to dive on that ball. Bound in control. And now Lucid taking a fight in pipes with the double kill. And now is the chance for Optic to start rotating that ball and try to get some time. Lucid luckily able to secure the kill on Stellar, which allows Optic to rotate that ball into pipes and get into one of those similar holds. But as you can see, or you can't because it's behind my webcam, Bound actually dropped out right as Optic got the hold. It's 15-1, 16-1. And again, you can see all of Cloud9 was spawning back C, so it's kind of like awkward. The crowd started to boo. But we go into the next round. Optic actually has an imaginary 12-point advantage, so it's 12-0. Obviously, you can't see it on the scoreboard, but if Optic were to get the 98 or 88, I believe, I can't quick math, guys. I'm very winded from doing all this talking. But they would have won that round, but Cloud9 goes on to win it. So we're going to fast forward to that. And now here we go, jumping right back in. The only awkward part for Optic is they have to basically do a fresh restart now. The even more confusing thing for the stream was that Cloud9 and Optic's colors switched on the restart. So it got so confusing, like if you were watching it live. And like I said, it was awkward because I had to do a fresh restart after getting such a nice hold, but Lucid, raw triple right there, goes over, has to grapple the shock twice, and they get right back into an amazing hold. They get 8 more, so technically they have 20 right now. Lucid not playing that ball yet. He sees he has one person coming up, but he's not really sure how he's going to play out, so he just throws the ball out in the open. Gets a nice shock there. Challenges Stellar. Gets a little overconfident with the grapple, but he almost hit that kill, which was actually insane. And Optic still soaking up time. APG's rotating at pipes. Trippy covering out in front of him. Here's the call out for the guy behind. Sadly goes down to Eco, but Eco had help behind him anyway, so they're going to take down APG, no problem. And now this is where Cloud9 will finally start milking some time. They're lucky enough to get Formal there because, again, Formal is just such a nuisance on this map of Oddball, the way he's playing this for Optic. So that's actually a big kill to get him down in middle map by Penguin there. And again, Formal, just a laser beam. Trippy pokes out. Right now, it's kind of just everybody everywhere trying to get the advantage here. APG, good melee there onto Bound. And again, they're in pipes, but they're not comfortable with the hold, so they're not soaking up any ball time quite yet. They might pick it up in a second, but they're going to wait and see where the push comes in. APG gets flown at here. Tough spot to be in right there. Penguin gets taken down, Bound across the map of control, as he very much likes to do. He's kind of playing that Formal role, rightfully so. Bound, a great fryer on Cloud9. Just sinking damage in with that commando across the map. And then the ball's rotated out. And they're holding it back C. So again, just textbook. Optic's going to go in, try to break the hold. Not too much here, but you see Formal being very careful, checking angles, watching where like the island player is. And then they played the ball, and they kind of felt that coming, so that's also why they rotated out. So they're in a great position to grab the ball here. You've got Lucy with Camo moving in. Put some shots in Stellar. Easy kill, basically. And then Lucid is going to keep the pressure, but sadly gets clipped by that grenade, so the Camo doesn't really do too much for him there. But Optic still chilling, grabbing some ball time. Relatively slow round. Now, the biggest thing here and why Optic wants to get this hold for as long as possible is they only need 88. They don't need the full 100. Cloud9 needs the full 100 to go to a round 3. So, again, they tried to rotate that out to control, but they get broken down pretty easily. Now, Cloud9 holding it. Bound's going to grab that ball. And Cloud9 very aware that they need 100, but it's not really anything new. I don't think that's in their head much because it's just, you know, you normally need 100 for Oddball, so it's not going to be that crazy there. Bound, tough gunfight against APG. APG able to get the win. Eco knows Lucid's around here somewhere. He gets the kill there, and then he's going to go up top, see if he can offer any cover. Take some shots in there, and obviously he knows he's probably being called out, so he's going to be very careful. He sees he has help spawning, so he's going to put his head on a swivel, turn around, and they're able to catch Formal, who's pushing up. And the biggest thing here is, even though Cloud9's on the opposite side of the map of the ball, they're just very much playing positioning, trying to live up, and just being a nuisance. Like, Optic isn't really able to run out and secure that ball because they know C9 is lurking. Again, if you don't have any players down, you know there's 4 people to account for, and if you don't have them in your vision, you have to play very, very careful. Penguin able to sneak this ball out to C, but he gets, I believe he gets clipped there. And now Lucid with that plasma pistol, very dangerous. Just trying to put in whatever damage and kills he can here. Trades with Bound there. Stellar gets dunked on by Trippy with the mean crouch strafes. Formal going to grab that ball. He's not really sure which way he wants to go with it, but I believe they probably told him to back up or something like that in the comms, and that's why he brought it back to A. And now Optic is scoring. He's going to drop the ball, put some shots in. Very important play here. More shots, because, again, they're more focused on Lucid than him. You always have to be intelligent and drop the ball when need be. Again, Formal, not afraid to drop the ball and try to fry. Gets a stick there. Great kills by Formal because it allows Trippy to grab that ball. Because Formal did end up throwing that ball out towards control. And then, at the very least, he wanted to put in damage there to slow the push towards Trippy. But, fortunately, he's just able to pick up, like, a ton of kills there. So, it works out really well for Optic. As you can see now, 53-36. very much going up. And Cloud9 here is going to have to push the tempo a lot. So they're going to push up. Trippy's just going to intelligently play it. APG's going to wait, try to put in some damage while he backs away. Very important to do both at the same time, because he knows very well he's probably going to go down here. But if he can take down one or even get another one half health, that's very valuable. Because again, guys, it's not all about just breaking the hold and getting the hold. It's very much about slowing the push of the other team. You know, you don't always have to stand with the oddball and fry. The pros are very good at that, but I realize it's harder in like regular lobbies if you're not doing full communication with the team. But just don't be afraid to do that. A lot of people say, why aren't you playing around the ball? But it's very important to slow the push. But again, if you're not a very good fryer, then it's not really the ideal way to go. These dudes are like the best shooters in the world on this game, so it's very easy for them to do that. Optic only needs 10 more. Lucid, unfortunately, goes down to Stellar up top. APG, far side of the map, goes down. Now, Formal's just going to try to live up. They're not too nervous about Cloud9 farming some time here because of how much they're up. Formal kill on Penguin. Human UAV puts in damage on Eco, but unfortunately gets shock rifled there. And now Eco being a nuisance there across from Shock. He's going to push out here on APG pretty aggressively. Gets the strong comms on how he's won. Able to get the kill and live up. That's really huge. Because, again, he's just slowing the push, keeping him busy, keeping Optic in the respawn screen as much as possible. Allows Penguin to rat down, secure the camo. And now, Cloud9, very big hold here. And now Optic is very much going to try to fly and push the pressure themselves. Cloud9 just gets it out in the open. They know they have the advantage. They know they have Penguin with camo. Lurking around. Just sinking damage in. Playing over the top of the ball. And he knows he has one or two in long haul there, so he's just going to rat around. Camo's out, so he's going to play a little bit faster. And again, Optic is moving up on the ball there, so Cloud9 just taking it nice and slow. Penguin's patience here, very crucial. And it pays off. He's able to get some ball time here. They're going to bring it back C, and they're going to go for a final hold. Quick little drop there to get out of harm's way. Stellar, shock rifle, holding the head glitch on back turbine. He knows they could be coming that way. Trippy being very careful about how and where he pushes this. But C9 only needs 8 more points. Few more seconds. Optic's going to send one more quick push here. Penguin just going to hold ball. He's going to jump out of bounds. So even if he doesn't get it, it's played. But they very easily win that round. So it is tied 1-1 despite the 1-0 on the scoreboard. And now, guys, flying into round 3 here, the deciding round. Bound going to fly right into bottom control. Doesn't see anybody. He's going to jump up top. Takes a lot of damage, but again, they're not really ready for it too much. He wishes he probably got more damage in there, but Trippy able to secure the camo. Grab Shock, jumps up to the ledge there. And now Optic starting off very hot this round. They've got the ball time. They've got all of the power-ups and power weapons. And now all they have to do is find the kills and slow the push down. Trippy gets away. Very good job living up. Because, again, at the end of the day, you want to be in the respawn screen as little as possible. Fantastic shot there onto Stellar. Trippy just doing a great job of living up. Optic now 24-0. He's going to back up and just grab ball. Because he knows he has people spawning close enough. But not far enough where he's going to rotate out. So he's just going to pick it up and hold it there. Now Optic has to come in and win these big gunfights. Lucid taking fight batteries. Gets the double kill. And just, this is a very flawless oddball round by Optic, which is pretty impressive because coming out of that quick little tech issue they had and going into a round that C9 won, you wouldn't expect Optic to come out so hot. But it's World Championship, guys. You got to keep your foot on the gas and keep the pressure. So they came out hot and they played really well. They know Bound is alone here on ball, so they're flying. Stellar, however, comes up behind. That's just a good heads-up play by Cloud9 to kind of stay spread enough where Optic really wasn't ready for the hold. Lucid gets flown at. Anytime you get Lucid or Bound isolated, you seriously have to fly out and kill them because they're just very good fryers there. Formal, trying to live up. Getting a little bit crazy here for Optic, but also C9 isn't really able to lock into a hold, so it's not necessarily bad. It's kind of just trades. It's really just a slugfest. I said a lot in the first one. Both teams very much respect each other's play styles, so you get a lot of standoffish moments like this where the teams are just frying and trying to get into the positioning that they prefer to have. Trippy. Again, guys, I said Optic controlling camo is going to be huge, and Trippy gets another one himself. Going to move around. He's right on ball. 2 bursts to the melee, and then he's just going to back up, secure the camo, and just don't die. He's going to sneak up, maybe grab ball here to bring it around the corner. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's a good play by him because he knows they have them pinned far enough where they can soak up some more time. And right now, with Optic being up 20, they're doubling C9's score, and realistically, they're just trying to grab whatever ball time they can, and if they can continue to do this, they'll be fine. Lucid tries to get away, but hits his head on the door frame. I remember watching that one live, and I'm like, same, but he hit the door frame there, so he didn't get away. Trippy plays ball and then tries to get away, but to no avail, but it should work out just fine because Eco's going to have to try to run and catch up here. He's going to jump up. He sees their back A. He's going to try to put in some damage, but Formal gets him with that nade. Unfortunately, Bound living up back A, gets the double kill. He sees he has Lucid. He's not going to push too hard, but Lucid, a fantastic nade to get him out there by Barrels. Lucid over the ball, just going to hold his positioning. You know, they're on the side of the map they want to be right now. They're going to wait, see where the C9 push is coming in. Sees APG spawning there. He's going to turn his head. He knows Trippy and Formal are calling out. They see him there. They probably are aware they're missing Bound, but they're not too worried about it because, again, he'll be the island. Lucid very much just collecting the arsenal here. APG goes down to Bound. And then he hands off ball so that he can fry with the shock because, obviously, he's got the power weapon. It'd be better being used rather than in the hands of the ball carrier. Lucid's going to move up, try to contest his camo a little bit. He's got APG over there, so they're going to kill Bound. He's going to grapple it up. Very intelligent there because if he jumps down, it puts him in a tough spot to get back to his ball carrier. So he's just going to grapple it up to him so he can stay up top and very much in a position. He gets COD timing here, but still a fantastic kill by Lucid. Backs up, lives up, hangs in, tries to land another shock rifle shot. These are just confident plays, dude. Lucid feeling himself, hits that headshot, no problem. And as you can see, all while we're talking about this, 95-22. And that's going to be the nearly flawless round by Optic to win map 1 and go up 1-0 on the bracket reset. Alrighty, guys, here we are going into map 2, which is Catalyst Slayer. Now, they did play CTF Catalyst on the first grand final prior to the reset. Optic, that was the only one, that was the only map Optic would actually go on to win, but now here we are on a Slayer. Both teams are warm, and Optic very much knows what to expect. Cloud9 caught them off guard by very much upping the pace and just playing extremely fast in the opening series, so we're going to see how it plays out now that Optic's more ready for it. Bound able to secure the OS, runs in there, and Cloud9 actually wins all of the trades there, so they're up 4-2 to start. And now I believe Cloud9 tries to spread 2 and 2. They'll send 2 people down the left side of the map, and they'll hold 2 back here in this base. And that is basically just to make sure Optic doesn't split and get a pinch on them. But each of the 2 stack here is going to play very slow. And if they get any intel, basically the rest are going to collapse on the others. So now you see Optic. Optic likes to play very close. They play as a very close stack team. And they feel the pressure and see that they are likely pushing as a 4 stack. So the other 2 C9 players are just going to rotate back over and help out the 2 that got the intel on which way Optic is really pushing. And now they're pretty confident the pinch is not coming in from the other side of the map, so they know they can just look forwards and basically put in the shots. Catalyst is a lot of positioning and a lot of knowing not only where your enemy is, but where they are spawning and how many are spawning and all of that good stuff. It's a lot of spawn control. I know Cloud9 does a great job of that on this map. However, Optic doing a great job of just picking up trades and hanging with C9. So now C9 going to move back up here, try to get into some positioning. They're confident they have most of Optic trapped back in the base. Eco watching the rotate out. And now they're going to move in and try to take some of these fights and win the trades. Eco picks 1. Good job not to take the double chow. He does move up, though, and reload at an unfortunate time. And Lucid, very intelligent push out there to pick up the kill. He likely had some good comms on that Eco backed up into the corner or something like that. Formal secures an OS. A scary man to have pushing you with an overshield. Optic very much likes to play the overshield as a form of distraction, but right now they're really not set up for that, so Formal tries to put in whatever damage he can and actually goes down. Trippy's going to look over, try to help, but he's also going to protect himself here. He sees Penguin sneaking up bottom mid. And now they're just going to attempt to win the trades. Lucid gets a kill. Stellar gets 2 kills. And then Bound gets 1. So they do lose the trades here. C9 still up by 1. They see Lucid is alone in the base, right? So what they're going to do here is they're going to spread out across mid and force them all to spawn there, guys. Again, positioning and knowing where your enemy's at. So they don't have to look behind them at all. They don't have to check their behind angles. They know they have all 4 players in front of them right now in the spawn. So all they have to do is get the kills. However, Optic, fantastic job of pushing out the base. Fantastic job of getting the trades. And now you see Optic is up 1. Cloud9 is forced to back up, regroup, and wait for all the spawners to come up. Meanwhile, Optic's going to spread out a little bit here. They're still going to hold mostly one side of the map. They're very good at rotating over and getting help to their teammates. So you see Stellar here looking for Lucid. He knows he's there, but he's afraid that one could be wrapping on him because, again, Optic spread out. He knows he has the 4 stack, but they're not completely sure if one could be ratting around. Even 2 could be ratting around. So they're just going to back up and hold the angle until they're confident they know what Optic wants to do. It's very much like a chess match between Cloud9 and Optic in this one because they're both just very much waiting for somebody to overstep or somebody to make a simple mistake positioning-wise. But it's the Halo World Championship, guys. It's the 2 best teams by default here coming through the bracket. So it's very much, you're not going to see too many mistakes here. APG, unfortunate loss, but the trade is just always there for Optic, which leads to them having this 4-point lead right now. Bound tries to get away, does a fantastic job of it. He has the teammates cover over the top. And now they're going to push out, and they're going to attempt to push some of these kills here. Penguin able to get a kill onto Formal. But now you can see Cloud9 has to have their head on a swivel. They only have 2 in front of their vision. Now they have 3, so now they can push out a little more confidently, but the downside is Bound just went down. So they are down in the man-on-man department, I guess you could say, which leads to Optic getting more trades. And now Bound is going to slow up. C9 very much has to regain here. And Bound is just going to move out. He's going to make sure they're still over here. He's got only 1 in his vision, so now he's not sure where the rest are. They could be below him. They could be next to him. He's just going to wrap completely out and try to regroup. Again, C9, I don't want to say they're on the back foot here because they really aren't. They're just a little bit not confused. They very much know what they want to do, but Optic is keeping them on their toes and keeping them keeping their intel kind of in their pocket, I guess you could say. Like, they're very much struggling to figure it out. You saw C9 doing well when they knew exactly where Optic was. They had the spawns influenced, and they knew where to push and where to look. But now they're kind of just flying. They're not really sure how they want to push things. And you see Trippy out here on an island, which, again, is keeping C9 on their toes. Formal pushes up. Unfortunately, gets taken down. Just an unfortunate gunfight. APG there puts in some shots. And Optic knows they have a lead. They're up to 27-19, guys, 28-19. We talked about this in the Slayers Cloud9 won in the first series. It's trade time, boys. All they got to do is keep winning the gunfights, winning the trades, and just keeping tabs on where the enemy is and where they are coming from. Formal just going to walk right out and grab a free overshield because Optic just holding all of the map control right now. Again, Optic is just very much in the driver's seat here. Formal, not afraid to push with that OS, gets 2 kills, gets the 3rd one there, and then he almost has the over. Trippy goes out in front of him to get that kill, and the announcer says something like you'd think Trippy would give that to him. But it's the Halo World Championship, guys. Again, you're not going to see many mistakes. You're not going to see screwing around like that. They just want to get the kills, put this to bed, and get the W. They're up 15 kills now, guys. This has far exceeded just working for trades. Now that Optic just has to play smart, play their game, and they should be able to take this into map 3 with a 2-0 lead. Bound here, push a little solo on 2 of them. He's down. Stellar getting collapsed on. And now C9 just forced to backpedal. I'm not saying they know this game is over, but this is very much a game where you just try to just put in whatever damage you can, try to get a hot end to the game so that you're ready to go in the next map. They very much know Optic likely is not going to flop this. So, again, they're just going to do what they can to stay hot and keep warm going into the next match, maybe gain a little bit of momentum. But with Optic winning this with authority, they may even get the stake here, I believe. They're feeling very confident going into map 3. That is absolutely for sure. Now, again, you see it. They're cracked. They're moving around, still playing smart, though, holding the angles. They're not OEing or anything Overextending, that is, for those of you that don't know. 4 kills to close it out. They're just going to ping it up. Teammates are going to come to help. And they're very much just going to force the collapse. Putting in damage. Lucid's going to come in, try to clean up some kills. Gets 2 before he goes down. 1 more kill. All Trippy needs is a trade. And there you go, the Steaktacular on the Slayer guys. Optic, the interesting part here is Optic is now pushing the envelope, pushing the gas on Cloud9, and very much has Cloud9 on the back foot. We'll see how that plays out for both teams going into map 3. And now, guys, flying into map 3, we have Strongholds on live fire. The biggest thing I want to point out here is Lucid and Trippy. Formal and APG had a great first series prior to the reset, but Lucid and Trippy had a lot of trouble KD-wise, a lot of trouble living up, and a lot of trouble just being the Friars that they are expected to be, especially in a World Championship Grand Final. They have picked it up significantly here. We saw it in map 1, we saw it in map 2, and Optic very much looking Optic form here. Formal going to fly out here right at Stellar and Nest. Little bit of a bad decision, but Trippy comes out and helps him and able to pick up that kill on Stellar. So it worked out very well just because Formal had that help behind him. He's got Bound running tail between his legs through Dummy Door. But Bound does get away. Bound has improved so much on getting away when to take fights. Formal, unfortunate, goes down back pillars there. However, Optic is scoring because they took the fights up to C, so this forces Stellar to rat out towards A. And now they're going to go for the AC hold. He has Eco there with him as well. And you should see Optic push that C point. So now C9 has 2 and 2 on each end of the map, but they know Optic is going to be pushing C, so they're going to try to push up and win the fights here. The way the pros play Strongholds, especially the top teams, is very interesting. It, at times, is much less sitting and holding 2 points and very much pushing that 3rd point to keep your enemy on the back foot and try to keep out-rotating them, which is what C9 did here, and it worked out for them because they ended up with all 3 points. Optic was focusing so many resources on C, lost the trades, that while they were losing the trades, they simultaneously lost B. And now, as you can see, C9 still scoring, and Optic just now caps A. They have Optic pinned back Garage. Eco, a very nice kill there onto Lucid, I believe that was. They see A's clear. Eco's going to go back to B while they cap A, and now they have the hold. And now with the sniper, you can see here, they're going to try to lay down some pressure onto C and try to keep Optic pinned. Here we go. They are moving up past the 50% line of the map. Very nice snipe there, but Eco gets taken down. It doesn't really matter. He's just going to regain shields. However, Optic now able to push out. They are able to win the gunfights. The first time they lost the gunfights back here, they're able to win them this time, and now they are on B. However, OS coming up. Formal putting in some damage there. Lucid very much just watching over the top. They know he's up there, so they're going to be careful how they push this. Fantastic shots there, and I believe Optic does end up securing this OS. There you go. Trippy has it. He's going to pocket it for a bit. He sees it's clear. He's not risking losing it. He hears their C. He's gonna pop it. And now he is going to take these chows smartly, though. He's not going to push out too fast. He's very much going to try to isolate these gunfights, take the 1v1s. And he sees a bit outmatched, and they're scoring. So it's not really worth dying here. You know, burn the OS, put some pressure on them, and then just try to back out. So Optic scoring. They are closing the gap here. They've got the heat wave in their control. They're getting the trades bottom tunnel. And C9 is now on B. So Formal going to try to win this gunfight and go C, but unfortunately lose it. Eco, very much the anchor man for C9. He's just trying to hang out back B here. However, goes down to Trippy. Trippy's going to jump right on that cap. I believe Bound just grabbed that sniper. Trippy feels the pressure coming in. He's going to finish the cap and then get off as quickly as possible. He's going to repulse up to the top of the door here. Fantastic spot. Stellar's going to get Formal down, but Trippy still just living back B. That's what it's all about when you're on the back foot. He's going to contest this. Not get a lot of damage into Bound, and Bound just a raw snipe there. They're going to cap B relatively no problem here with 2 down in the Optic side. And now they just capped A, guys. And now, what did I say Cloud9 likes to do? They're going to push up to the 3rd point here and just keep the pressure. Optic doesn't even have the cap yet. They just now get it. Bound doing a good job living. Stellar is actually behind them coming up back tower. But Optic, fantastic job of getting the kills. Optic's very good at that because, again, they like to play very close. They like to hold each other's angles in a very smart way, I guess you could say. So when Cloud9 collapses, they do a good job of breaking out of that. which is really what's going to keep them alive in this game. They're still down about 30 points right now, but they are scoring with the BC hold. And now Cloud9 being very careful. Bound has to win this fight here, and he does. They pop the OS. Penguin able to grab it behind Bound there. And now they're going to try to anchor the endpoint that they don't have. They're going to grab C. And then they're going to fly over towards B because they feel the presence on Nest. They don't feel the presence on Nest. They can clearly see them. They call it out, so they're going to rotate over. And this will stop Optic scoring. However, Optic gets on the A cap, and they're able to secure it. So now you see C9. They are frantically trying to get on B because they do not want Optic to start kind of opening the wound a little bit and getting away with the score. Able to get the cap there on B, so they are controlling BC. And they know Optic is spawning back A, so they're trying to lay down whatever shots they can as they move up here. Stellar with the heat wave control. He's just going to make sure they don't get behind them. Unfortunate that nade hit the plasma nade pad, and he goes down there. They know they have one back A. However, Optic rats all the way around to C, and they get that cap. Unfortunate drop there onto APG. APG goes down coming out of key door. Eco kind of just playing the mid-tunnel, rotating around the map, not really sure where he's needed yet. Able to put in big damage to that melee, but not finish the kill. Lucid now with the heat wave. He's going to play very smart. He's going to wait. Unfortunate timing there. He does a good job of getting away and just trying to live. They think he's gone, but he's very much still in the fight here. He's going to push out, kill Penguin. And he pretty much has A all to himself there. And there we go. Optic successfully holding each side of the map. Massive play by Lucid. It didn't turn into a bunch of kills and flashiness like we see from Lucid, but just the fact that he's able to get away and not have them know exactly where he is, and then immediately after go secure an OS and defend the point they're losing. This is where Optic rips the wound wide open, and they are going to start putting on some serious score. Still down about 20 points now, but the control they have on this map and control of the heat wave and just Lucid heating up. Trippy has 13 kills right now. It's looking very good for them overall. Formal with a sniper. Looking over A. Misses the snipe onto Bound, unfortunately. He's going to move back such that he can get eyes on B as well and help out. I believe that's APG over there. They don't see the push, so they have to figure out where the push is coming in because they know it's going to be coming from somewhere. So Formal's just going to go back tower. He's going to go into human UAV mode, and he's just working off the comms from his teammate. He sees they are on the B cap, and now they're going to see what they want to fly here. They're going to pick up the kills. Amazing shot by Formal there. That is now 3 down for C9. Optic needs to coordinate, make a good push, choose intelligently which point they want to go to. He sees Lucid, he's going to move up to A. Formal looks over it with the sniper. They know they're around here somewhere, but they're not sure exactly where. Bound actually comes up on scoreboard there, but they're going to go for this A cap. And they're able to get it. All the while, they're getting the kills. They went for the B cap as well, but C9 was able to get the kill there and reset. However, Optic scoring, taking the lead now. They've got the AC, a very good position to be in if you're able to spread the map and hold each other's angles. Again, Formal, very easy. All Formal really has to do is survive here. Easiest kill of his life right there onto Bound. Bound just had no clue he was there. But again, that was just the advantageous spot Formal was in. Very much just hanging out, making sure A is clear, and helping his teammates as they can. And not only that, he has the fantastic setup for overshield. Trippy's going to jump up, secure probably the freest over we're going to see in this series. And Optic breaks the 200 mark, guys. And now we're going to see what we saw in the Catalyst. C9 as on the back foot as they can be. Optic flying out, getting the kills. They give up C, but that's fine. They killed the only person on B. Easy cap. Trippy doesn't even have to duck back for cover. They're going to fly at Bound. Quick kill before he can even slide away. Penguin ratting out back tunnel, and now they're just going to check their points. Stellar tries to get up there. Trippy knows he has the upper hand. He'll take the trade there all day because guess what? Optic is still scoring. 25 away from the win now. Fantastic pulse by APG. And that's really it, guys. There's only so much more to say. They're just going to keep trying to find the kills. C9's going to fly out. At this point, they have to stop the bleeding any way possible. So they fly out to B, being the closer point. Formal fighting at C here. Wins the fight. It sucks the cap got reset, but he's still on it. They grab that, they grab B, and now they're out-rotating. They are very much out-frying. Eco, only 6 kills. Granted, APG only has 7, but he does have the 12 assists. And then, obviously, Trippy, 18. Formal, 15. Lucid, 15. This is the frying we really weren't seeing prior to the bracket reset. And with Optic going up 3-0, Lucid and Trippy frying like they are, Formal being the human UAV, and APG just doing a great job living overall. This is a very scary position for C9 to be in. C9, again, trying to stay hot, get some momentum going into next series. They're able to stop the bleeding there for a couple seconds with 4 left, but Optic, all they had to do is get 2 points, finish off the score. Optic goes into map 4 up 3-0. Again, scary point for C9, and we're going to see how this one ends. Map 4, guys, is actually King of the Hill on Streets. This one was very, very interesting at the end. We will get there in due time. Most of you probably saw it with all the championship reactions, but it is a little bit funny here. APG tries to see if anybody's going to push up 2 point right away, and of course C9 flew right at it. They chose to fly point, get a couple kills there, and then fly at Spanker. Trippy trying to hold his own. Trippy and Lucid both go down, so C9 able to secure it. C9 has to play very, very hard here. They are down 3-0. They lose this map. They know it's all over. So they're going to control point with a Spanker. They're going to get that kill, and then they're going to hop on some time here. Now they're going to hop on some time after they get that kill with Spanker. However, Optic splits, gets 2 very good angles on it. Eco feels some presence here, but he's not quite sure from where. However, APG ratting out, and then there goes Formal. Eco very fortunate to get the trade there, all while C9 is on this, getting some time. Stellar going to drop back and help Bound. Sadly, Bound goes down. He tries to help him to keep them both up. Lucid's going to pop out here. Stellar's just going to back up. Very much just trying to hold one side of the map here because, again, even though C9, they're on the point now, but if they were not on the point, they're still controlling the point side of the map, which obviously objective-based, guys. The idea is to control where the objective is. Lucid being an absolute nuisance here, just constantly peppering Stellar, so Bound is going to wrap around, try to get the kill on him, successfully, of course. Stellar going to regen. C9 practically have this point captured. APG ratting around PD. Optic getting some unfortunate spawns. They're very much spawning away from each other because, again, they like to be a close-knit team, and they like to play together. Cloud9, very textbook secure of that one. They influenced the spawns to the point where Optic was spawning out, and Optic just really couldn't group up. Only so much you can do against a team like C9 there. But it worked out in C9's favor. Stellar gets a quick little... he does not get the trade there, which is impressive, actually, that he did not get that. And now they're going to fly back Tram here. Optic is... and they're just going to try to post up. They're going to do what C9 did on point 1. They're going to try to get C9 out of here, and they're going to try to get control of this side of the map. They did allow C9 to get Spanker. Stellar moving up. He knows the spawns might be wonky here, and he's correct. They're spawning back A, so he's going to be very careful and try to make these rockets count. He's able to get one. The drop shield prevents the second one from really doing anything. APG going to attempt to move up. Fantastic nade, anticipating Bound's going to drop down, but Eco's there to just cover over the top. Optic getting a little bit of time here, but nothing to write home about. Formal, unfortunate loss there on the point, but Trippy there able to get back on. Optic very much wants to get this point. They don't want to go down 0-2 on Streets, so they're going to very carefully just try to sponge whatever time they can. Trippy goes down there, unfortunately. Bound with a Stalker and a Bulldog in the pocket. A scary combo to have in this man's hands with the way he's been playing. He knows what's at stake here. He already has 9 kills on the board. And he's just going to stay on time while he waits for the teammates to spawn up. Just laying down some damage. Nothing really going on here. Optic very much waiting for their spawners to come in before they push up. And here they go. They're going to fly right in. 2 kills instantly. Formal now with that Stalker rifle. He's going to get on time. He sees 2 go down, though. He knows they're coming up trash, so he's going to back off and just very much try to stay in this side of the map. The biggest thing is you don't want to die here. If you die here, you're probably going to spawn out PD or back A, like I believe Lucid just did. Lucid very far away. It also does set up a pinch, but obviously you don't want to give up any more time than you have to, with this point being very even. So the idea here is just control the point here. Obviously, that side of the map. If you do go down, they're likely going to go for a pinch. But right now, they have C9 in middle of the map, stuck there, and they're spawning far, which puts Optic in a fantastic position to cap this point. You got Formal watching over Spanker over the top. Trippy, the double kill, secures the spank. Lucid actually has the spank in his hands. He's going to be play it slow ATM. They pretty much just had too many power weapons there, so they tried to spread the love so you don't risk losing them all. Fabulous use of rockets. Now they're trying to eradicate on the way to the next point. And here we go. They get all of the kills here, and they are soaking up the time. Now they're going to wait, see where the push is coming in. Penguin sneaking back B, but Trippy catches him in the side of his view. Lucid pushes out, help him get the kill there. And he's down. Trippy's going to check B steps here. He sees they're split up, pushing from multiple directions, so they're very much going to slow up and try to live up. Stellar gets Lucid down. Trippy, I don't know if I like the B steps play here. But it's all right because they literally already got that point halfway. So APG going to carefully back off. He has to win this gunfight here, and he does. So he's able to stay up PD with Formal. And now if they can find these kills, it'll make pushing in for the spawners very easily. But sadly, C9 able to find the kills. Bound going to get on some time. They have Optic spawning out right now, so they're just going to do what they can to farm some time. They see how far ahead Optic is. 2.5 minutes obviously left on the clock. The clock plays a very important role not only in this match, but anytime the pros play King of the Hill, they're always factoring that in. And right now they want to... both teams want to secure a lead, obviously, before they start even considering playing time, but it is always in the back of their head. Bound still soaking up the time. They have surpassed Optic on this point where they're at now. Bound just living, but Optic able to get 3 down on C9. They got Stalker Rifle. They're getting time. And now they're just going to try to secure that Spanker and get the kills on C9 before they're really able to make a push on point. They have 1 down. They have 2 down. They have 3 down. And Bound only able to get 1. And then there is the 4th. For some reason, the kill feed's like delayed on the stream. Probably has to do with the custom matches. But Trippy has a full spank, playing very patient with it. Very patient. He knows somebody's there, but he's not sure where exactly. And he's able to get the double kill, followed by the triple with the second rocket, guys. They secured that 3rd point, and now they are already farming time on the next one. Again, it's the classic putting C9 on the back foot here. They are still milking the time right now. They have C9 spawning in some crazy spots, so they're going to OE a little bit, put the pressure, put in some damage, and they already have that point halfway with still 2.5 minutes left. C9 now on the point scoring. APG just going to live up here, value his life, push out at the right time. They're going to get the kills. They're back on point. And APG is just going to hold. They're trying to find the spawners. They're already suspicious that Eco spawned out PD, which is a very smart play. And they actually catch another spawn PD. Lucid here, unfortunate trade. But APG over the top. Again, Optic just getting time. They are now up 3-1 with 2.5 minutes left, guys. And if you've played Streets, Strongholds, and Streets, King of the Hill enough, guys, you know this point is a big-time burner. So with a team like Optic, guys, very good Friars, very good at holding angles. They're going to hold over the top and let the clock run down quite a lot here rather than risking their life and trying to collect point time. Because if you push this point too hard, guys, you can go 3 down, you can go 4 down, and it can very much lead to the other team getting free time off your team being dead. So Optic not going to make that mistake. They're just going to fry over the top, getting a lot of kills, because C9 is in a position where they have to fly at the point. They are down 2 points. They cannot let this clock keep ticking. Optic wants the clock to keep ticking, so you're going to see a lot of slaying out of Optic here, just because of the position C9's put themselves in. I mean, and again, if they lose this map, that's the series, guys, so they very much have to have some flawless King of the Hill play here. Trippy secures another Spanker. Unfortunately, sends that rocket into oblivion, but still able to get the trade there. Very, very important. And again, C9 just not able to sit on the point, guys. You see a minute already burned off the clock, minute 25 left. Penguin trying to get away, but they trade him out. And now C9 is on the point. Optic's going to slow up a little bit because they see C9 digging their feet in. They very much just have to play intelligent and just keep getting the shots in. Unfortunate, APG goes down right as he grabs that Stalker Rifle. Bound trying to get towards the time here because, again, C9 has to keep this clock stopped as long as possible. There's 1:09 left. Towards the end of this point, you're actually going to see where this becomes very interesting. not only as a match, but a little silly as seeing it as the LAN event. But obviously, World Championship, guys. Emotions run high. We'll talk about that in a second here. Clock still ticking. C9 not even halfway yet on this point. Lose the trade there, but they're able to trade him out. Eco is. Now they're just covering over the top. They know they're not near the point. They're going to just push these kills so that they cannot get to the point. They see Bound on point, but they're not going to push it too hard. And now Lucid will attempt to get him off. He'll kill him right there. Again, guys, Optic is perfectly fine with these trades. This is not a Slayer match at all. This is just to keep them off the point. And C9 just barely able to tip that point over halfway. They've now burned 2 minutes off the clock on this point alone, guys. Optic knows there's 30 seconds left. APG going to attempt to back him off the point there. Trippy will fly in and do the same. They're going to get on point only to grab that Spanker and then back right off of it, guys. Control Spanker, 20 seconds left. C9 has to play perfect here, but sadly, whoever's on the point goes down there. Trippy's going to do the same. He's going to fly around, send this rocket right on point, and clear them right off of it. Bound one shot. APG just going to fly and get that kill. 10 seconds left, guys. Crowd's counting down. 5 seconds. 3 seconds, but what you're going to see here is that with 1 second, C9 gets on. Optic thinks the game's over. They think they won, but C9 ends up capping that point. You see APG completely flabbergasted here because they saw the clock go to 0, but they got on just in time. Optic knows they just have to get them off this point once here, guys, and it's over because the clock is literally at 0. Absolutely insane. Optic pushes in. They get the kills, and now they can officially celebrate. They get the W. Polar opposite series, what we saw prior to the reset when Cloud9 won. I don't know if it was Optic getting hot. I don't know if Lunchbox gave them the craziest coach speech between series or what. But Optic completely regains. Lucid and Trippy absolutely fry, and they go crazy, and they beat C9 4-0 with authority on the reset, looking like the team we've seen at recent LANs and online events. So yeah, guys, that is the full analysis. Obviously, Optic, Halo World Championships, no secrets there. World Champions, that is. But that does it for this analysis, guys. Hopefully you saw a lot of things to take away and put in your own gameplay. A lot of things to learn team-wise from this, but not only that, a lot of things individual talent-wise. Bound, great job living up and frying that entire series. Optic, just the angles they hold and the shots they're able to put in over their teammates at all times just makes for a fantastic way to learn and see how you can play Halo to the best of your ability. But all right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Tons of Halo content. 24-hour stream, guys, goes live tonight. That is right, tonight, 11:45 p.m. We're going 24 hours for the release of Modern Warfare 2, and it's going to be a good time, guys, but we are not stopping Halo by any means, so please subscribe. All things gaming, really, just trying to help you guys out get better. Hit the like button, pretty please, guys. Leave a comment. Talk to me. Are you happy Optic won? Are you sad? Are you upset? Which side of the Optic green wall are you on? Other than that, guys, channel membership, super thanks. Any donos help out so much. I appreciate you guys. Whether you're just watching, subscribing, all the support's been crazy. I just appreciate it so much. But thank you, guys. Stay happy, stay healthy, and stay tuned for the next video.